The humans of Sarah knew the illusion of peace until Emergence Day. In time, their valiant defense was crushed with billions dead. Humans denied their enemy control by destroying their own civilization. The long struggle against overwhelming odds approaches a final, desperate stand.
You know, lately I've been hearing the same old crap almost every day. And it's really the hate we put out. You know, the other day I heard somebody talking about gay people and transgenders and how they've been bullying them. And it just makes me sick to my stomach. And then, just not too long ago, maybe just a few days ago, they threatened to put a pastor out and didn't even put in a necessary location. And the people at the church that she used to go to was actually happy that she was gone. They put all the stuff, they rushed her out, you know, just because they didn't like her, but they never got a chance to actually know her. That's the craziest thing to me. The hate we put out. We are so naive. We are so ignorant when it comes to hating other people just because they are different. Now, first I want to talk about the gays. And I'm going to be real about this here. Me personally, I am a Christian myself. I represent God to the fullest. And I will continue to live my days out for Him. I will continue to walk by faith, not by sight. Walk the journey that He leads me to go. And at the same time, I'm so sick and tired of people talking about, I hate gay people, I hate transgenders, I just hate what they do. I hate what they do. It's a sin. They going to hell. They're condemned to hell. You know, they're just an abomination and all that type of stuff like that. Now, do not get me wrong. It does say in the Bible that is an abomination, but nothing in the Bible says that just because it's an abomination does not mean that we get to bully them and hate them and have our picket signs talking about they faggots, they don't have no place in this world. You know, you should be ashamed of yourself for being this way. You know, putting out that much hate actually makes you a racist. Now, and a lot of people may be thrown off about this, but let me explain this to you. Let me break this down for you so I can get you to understand. What you have to understand is this. You know, you got blacks, you got white. A lot of people think that is the only racism that is going on, and it's really not. You got Latinos getting brutalized by people just because they look different from us. You got black people getting brutalized just because we look different. And you even got white people that get brutalized by black people, because black people can be racist too. And I hate that I gotta push some buttons, but this needs to be said. And I don't really care. I don't give two craps about it. Now, break it down to that. When we show hate to the gay and transgenders, when we show hate towards them, when we talk about they don't belong here, when we beat on them, when we bully them, what is the difference between being racist towards black people and white people and Latinos? What is the difference between that and being hateful towards gay people? It's the hate we put out. The hate we are putting out is so stupid. Just because they are gay, just because they are transgender, does not mean they are the number one sin and we should hate them. it says in the Bible, hate the sin, not the sinner. But we tend to get that confused because we end up beating on the person, trying to beat the sin out of them, and knowing that's not the way that we should go. All of you are very stupid. Very, very stupid. Y'all mindsets are so clouded. Y'all mindsets are so stupid. Instead of hating somebody, instead of beating them, instead of bullying them, why don't you try stepping to them and saying, hey, how you doing, sir? Because they are people just like us. They bleed the same blood. They live the way we live. They still have to go to sleep. They still have to eat. They still have to wake up in the morning. But yet, you continue to show this much hate towards somebody. It is just so freaking stupid. How much hate do you have in your heart to where you gotta kill somebody? How much hate is it gonna take for you to keep killing everybody in this world? I'm sorry I'm losing my head for a minute, but I just don't get it. It says in the Bible, if you are a God-fearing person, if you love God like you say you do, then why do you hate? Why do you hate other people just because they are different? I understand you hate the sin. I hate sin myself. But don't make homosexuality acting like it's the number one sin and it's the most hateful sin in the world. It is not. Sin is not ranked. People are getting this confused. They act like sin is ranked. They act like stealing is number 5, or murdering is number 4, or raping is number 3, or something like that. No, sin is not ranked. Sin is sin. And he who is without sin cast the first stone. Because I guarantee you, y'all have no stones to cast in this situation. You hating on gay people, you bullying them, but at the same time, you in the deeper boat than they are. So some gay people might actually make it into the gates of heaven probably quicker than you are, because y'all are so hateful. And God is not about hate. God is about love. So why don't you start showing love to people? Why don't you start talking to them? And maybe you might see they are good people too. And maybe you might see that you might learn something from somebody, because you never know who you can learn from. So that's what I gotta say about that. So we just gonna kill that noise. And my lesson on that is stop being stupid and start loving each other. Stop bullying people. Stop being a racist towards gay people because you're being a racist. That's I'm basically pointing it out to you. The hate you are putting out, you are a freaking racist. If you hate anybody that is your brother and your sister in Christ, they are still your brothers at the end of the day. It don't matter what position they're in, it don't matter what sin they commit, they are still your brothers. They are still your sisters. And let's get that out the way. Now, the other thing that I really hate is when you don't get to know people. This irks my nerves. When you don't get to know people, you up there just hate them right off the bat. You walk up to them, you're just walking up there smiling and all that other stupid grin on your face. You be like, hey, I don't like you. Negro, are you this dang stupid? I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying to hold my tongue, but you can't be this stupid. That's what I tell people. You cannot be this stupid. But at the end of the day, most people prove me wrong. Now, you are being so stupid, you actually walk up to a person without even knowing who they are. And you just automatically like, oh, I don't like them because, they may be too bougie or they may be too full of themselves. They actually stuck up. How you gonna know that if you don't talk to nobody? Common sense. Get that through your dang head. Use your common sense. Stop being stupid. And then all these hateful folks in the let me get at these church people, because I don't even care no more. Let's get at these church people. These church people are even more dumb simply because they always want to hate somebody. They always want to hate somebody just before they even meet them. They are so messy in the church. You wonder why people don't even want to come to church in the first place. And I'm saying this not to all churches, because all churches not like this, because I've been around a long time. I'm only 25, but I've been around a lot of churches, and I know that all churches are not like this. Some churches are actually loving. Some churches are actually welcoming. Some churches are actually welcome to all nations. They actually show love. They actually do what God leads them to do when you're in church. I'm talking about some churches to where they put themselves above everybody else. They want to be messy. Like, oh, they say, hey, this girl's pregnant. This girl's pregnant. She born out of wedlock. Oh, this guy's gay. We might need to take him out of church. Hey, this pastor ain't doing what we used to doing. We stuck in traditional stuff. So we need to kick them out. Okay, all that messing, all that gibberish. Instead of you putting gibberish, why don't you start putting worship into the mix? Why don't you start worshiping God? Why don't you start going to church for the right reasons? And all you messy people, you wonder why people don't want to come to church now, and then you go low on money, and then the church get broke down. You want to know why that is? It's because y'all fail to love people. Y'all fail to actually push to try to give something to the church. Try to love people. Try to mingle with somebody. Try to get to know them instead of just putting hate out, talking about, oh, we don't like what she's doing, because you are scared of change. You so stuck in your old ways, you freaking old elderly people that are just stuck up. They are actually young people that are actually smarter than you. Now, I'm not saying all elder people are retarded. I'm not saying that. I'm actually saying that some of them are actually so stuck in their old ways, they are afraid of change. And God actually tells you that change is gonna come. And you have to get used to that change. Change is going to come wherever you go. It's just like when we are born. We're going to have to change. We can't stay babies and not talk. When we get older, we start talking. When we get older, we start growing facial hair as men. When we get older, girls are starting to develop. We get married. We have kids. We grow up to try to be successful businessmen, to try to be successful ladies in this world. But at the same time, you still foolishly think that things are not going to change because you are stuck in your old dang traditions. That's not going to get us nowhere. It's not going to get us to the kingdom of heaven. It's not going to get us to where we really need to be. And we have so much freaking potential, but since we don't use that potential, we end up sitting there talking about stupid stuff, just sitting there being messy, just sitting there talking about, oh, these people are condemned to hell. You have no right to talk about we condemned to hell, because you might go to hell yourself just by hating somebody. Hating your heart is not going to get you to the kingdom of heaven. I'm just being real with you. Stop being stupid. My God, the hate you are putting out is stupidity. The hate you are putting out is negativity. The hate you are putting out is making people depressed. The hate you are putting out is the people that are freaking sad, just asking for help, asking for guidance. But since you don't want to give them that guidance, you just want to continue to be the dumbest people in the world, go ahead and do it. Because I'm telling you what I'm going to do. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to tell you the ugly truth, because I don't care about your feelings no more. Stop hating on folks and stop trying to tell people that they are condemned to hell. Stop telling people that they are no good. Stop bullying people that is different from you, because at the end of the day, you might need those people that you actually bullying, but you ain't really thinking about it. So my message for today is stop being dummies. That's all I have to say about that, because at the end of the day, the Lord is not pleased with you. At the end of the day, the Lord is not there with you when you are continuing to hate, when you are continuing to bully folks. And my thing with that is, we cause so much hate, and then we have to go back in church and talk about, oh, I just love everyone. You a goddamn lie. You better sit your butt down with your ignorant self, because you are not. You're not freaking happy with everybody. You don't love everybody. Stop lying to yourself. In order for change to happen, though, it has to start with yourself. And in order for change to happen in the church, it has to start with yourself. Start changing and making the necessary adjustments for yourself in order for change to happen. Now, I know I talked for a long time. I really don't care, because this message needs to be heard. It needs to be said. So I push that out there. My lesson for the day is, the hate we put out is wrong. The hate we are putting out is negativity, depression. Instead of instead of the hate we putting out, why don't we start doing the love that we put out? Why don't we start encouraging for? Why don't we start loving them? Why don't we start just saying, I love you too? Why don't we start saying, I want to help you through this? It actually go over and say, I actually am concerned about you. I'm just checking on you to make sure you're okay. Because at the end of the day, once you love folks, you don't know who's going to help you in the long run. They are your brothers. They are your sisters. It doesn't matter what color they are. It doesn't matter what religion they are. Religion is man-made stuff anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what gender they are. It doesn't matter if they're gay or not. In order to help people, you have to be yourself towards them. You have to show love towards them. You have to encourage them in a daily basis. And that's what you have to do. That's what you have to push out. So that's my message for today is stop doing the hate you put out, because the hate you put out is stupid. All right, I'm gone.